If you are an RV tech that has their website up but not enough people are calling, then you, my friend, need to learn how to play the Google game. Google is the #1 place that people go to find the kind of work that we do. It's certainly the #1 source of leads for my business. But if you aren't showing up near the top of the list when somebody Googles RV repair near me, then you are leaving a ton of money on the table. My name is Emily. I'm a certified mobile RV repair tech. I've been in business for a little over a year now, and this is RV Repair Woman. Now, to achieve the goal of getting ahead of 99% of your competition and coming up first when someone Googles about RV repair in your area, you could go down a whole rabbit hole about SEO and SERP, geotagging, anchor texts, and a whole lot of craziness. Or you could just follow this 11-step framework that I've been following for the last year and has been working for me. You got this. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is fill out your Google Business Profile, or your GBP. This is what is going to allow you to show up on the side here when someone Googles RV repair, or show up next to a map when someone Googles RV repair near me. To get your Google Business Profile started, you just need to go to business.google.com and walk through their step-by-step process. It is pretty simple, but you would be surprised how many businesses have not finished filling out their profile. I hadn't. I thought I had, and then in doing research for this video, I found out that there were a couple steps that I had missed. So make sure to get to the end of the whole process. Google likes to reward people and businesses that play by their rules, so filling this out completely is going to help you play the Google game. There are some things that we can do as mobile techs to fill out this form optimally. If you would like, I have a Google Business Success Checklist that's available at rvrepairwoman.com/GBP. It's going to make filling out your profile a breeze and help make sure that you stand out. But here are some of the broad strokes. If you haven't already named your business, consider having the word RV, repair, or mobile somewhere in your business name. Your actual business name does affect how you rank on Google. If Google thinks that the name of your business has something to do with the keywords that customers are putting into Google, then you are more likely to show up in the search results. That's one of the many reasons that I'm called RV Repair Woman. It's right there in the name for Google to find me. If you've already named your business and it was something more generic like Hank the Fixer, do not worry, this isn't a huge deal. It is just one of the many factors that Google takes into consideration when figuring out its Google rankings. And don't go running to your Google Business Profile right now and try to change your name from Hank the Fixer to something more generic like Atlanta RV Repair. I don't even think Google will let you change the business name unless it can find a legal entity that has that name. So I don't even know if you would make it very far. If you were trying to do something like that, you would need to have the commitment that this Thai restaurant did in New York. Next, Google is going to ask you about your business category. It doesn't fit perfectly, but the best option for us as RV techs is RV repair shop. It's the best option that Google gives us for the kind of work that we do. Trust me, I went through all of the options under mobile and there wasn't anything that was closer. Now, this next thing is actually the biggest mistake that I made when I was first starting up my business. So I want to help you avoid it. I did not put a location in my Google Business Profile when I first set it up. And I later learned that Google will not show your profile in search results if you do not give them an address. I know this is hard for a lot of mobile techs for whom your legal business address may not be a place that you want showing up on the internet every time somebody Googles RV repair. And it's probably a place that you don't actually want customers going to. But I have some workarounds. When I first realized how important having an address in your profile was, I just dropped a random pin in the city and my business kind of blew up the next day. Prior to me dropping that pin in my Google Business Profile, I got basically no traffic to my business from Google. And the next week, I got more traffic through Google than I had the last 3 3 months combined. Looking back on it, instead of dropping that pin randomly, I could have done one of 3 things. I could have dropped the pin somewhere near where I live, but not actually at my house. When Google is deciding how to rank the search results for somebody that is Googling, they will prioritize a business that is located near to the Googler. By having a pin that is near me, but not actually at my house, would increase the number of customers that are closer to me, decreasing my drive time, increasing my customer base, and allowing me to keep my privacy. Number 2, I could have dropped the pin somewhere near the middle of the city. When Google isn't sure exactly where a specific Googler is, they will default to showing them the center of the town that they're in. That doesn't apply perfectly and is a little tricky for me here in Las Vegas because what's considered the middle of Las Vegas is kind of right off the strip and not really a place where a bunch of RVers are. But if it makes more sense in the town that you're in, that's something you can consider. I'm also now realizing that if you are someplace where all of the RV parks are kind of all in one area, like here in Las Vegas, they're all kind of down Boulder Highway, you could drop your pin somewhere in that area and then you would be seen as nearby when someone's Googling from those parks. Or number 3, I could have dropped my pin at this parking lot that I use all the time to meet up with customers. Once you get into this business, at least for me, I get a lot of customers that don't want me driving to them and they really want to meet me somewhere. I don't know why, but I get it all the time. And so eventually I talked to a local gym that I knew the owner of who had a parking lot that was large and usually kind of empty in the middle of the day because people are at work instead of at the gym. And I just asked him if I could meet people in the parking lot just to help with small repairs like looking at a fridge or at a water heater. The owner of the gym was fine with it. I've met a bunch of people at that parking lot and it's worked fine, but coordinating that meetup can be tricky sometimes. And if I had had my business pin be at that parking lot, then that probably could have saved me a little bit of trouble in the long run. Yes, technically Google really does want you to have your business be at the place that this pin is dropped at. I'm just saying that this is what I did. It's worked for me for the last year. My business is not at the place that my Google business address says it is, and I've never had a problem. While we're talking about location, let's talk about the difference between your Google business location and your serviceable area. These are 2 different things in Google's eyes. Your business location is technically where your business is located. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Whereas your serviceable area is all of the places that you're willing to drive to help people. Your business location affects how you rank in Google, while your serviceable area doesn't. So while the serviceable area section is a great thing to fill out to help customers know if you can help them, it isn't going to affect how you rank in Google. Once you have your Google business profile all filled out, here's a great hack that almost nobody does to help give you a huge boost in the rankings. Post an update to your Google business profile once a week. Instead of starting advertising on all of the socials and hoping that people make the transfer from YouTube or Instagram over to your website, why don't we just start in a place where we know people are looking for you? You don't need to post every day like on Instagram to stay relevant, and you don't need to spend hours and hours editing videos every week to stay relevant like here on YouTube. Just once a week, post a selfie from you at a job and write 2 or 3 sentences giving a quick RV tip or just talking about the repair you just did. You also have the option to post an offer that you're running this week. Something like a spring into summer sale where you inspect and clean all of their air conditioners for a set price. Google sends its magic bots to scan through your website and your Google business profile to find words that are telling it what you're all about. It is looking for words that are an exact match or hopefully very similar to what a potential customer is putting into Google. Posting to your Google business profile every week not only shows Google that you are an active business, but it also gives it more words to search through. It reinforces to Google that you are all about RV repair. There's a big myth out there that Google will rank you higher if you have high engagement on social media, like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And they've come out and said that this isn't the case. Their magic bots aren't looking all over Instagram to figure out what you're all about, but they are looking at your Google business profile. So if you want to dip your toe into posting online, then your Google business profile can be a great place to start. Now that we have our Google business profile all filled out and we're posting on it every week, the next thing that I want you to concentrate on is getting some reviews. I'm gonna have a whole nother video coming out soon talking about how to get more good reviews for your business. But just for now, know that the number and the quality of reviews that you get have a massive effect on your Google ranking. Again, they're looking for proof that you are all about RV repair. The quality of your reviews, basically the star rating that you get, matters just slightly more than the number of reviews. So let's try to keep that star rating as high as possible. Those magical Google bots I was talking about comb through your reviews on your Google business profile as well to find out whether or not you are relevant to RV repair. So if you can get your customers to mention the specific service that you did instead of just saying something generic like great service, that can help you a lot when it comes to ranking in Google. Bonus tip, responding to all of the reviews that you get not only helps you get returning customers, but also can help you in the Google rankings. Okay, away from our GBP and onto our website. We could really go down a rabbit hole here about SEO or search engine optimization. But for now, here are the handful of things that are gonna give you the biggest bang for your buck. First of all, you really wanna have RV repair and the city that you work in somewhere in the site title for your homepage of your website. If you have multiple tabs open, this is basically going to be the text that shows up on the tab. Every site builder will let you customize this text, but here's how to do it in Squarespace. For me, this was relatively easy to do in a way that made sense because I already have RV repair in my business name. So I just put RV repairwoman / Las Vegas. If your business doesn't have RV repair in the title, then I would recommend doing something like business name / RV repair / city name. Not only does this make it super clear to customers who you are and what you do, but those magic Google bots do read your site title to figure out what your website's all about. The next big thing to focus on is to have your city name of the city that you're working in multiple places across your website. So for example, right here, relatively near the top of my homepage, I have Las Vegas. My explanation about more about what I do mentions Las Vegas again. In the intros to most of my videos, I say something along the lines of, my name is Emily. I'm a certified mobile RV repair tech based in Las Vegas. This is because I turn pretty much all of my video transcripts into blog posts and post them on my website. The whole blog thing is a bit of an advanced SEO technique, but the main takeaway here is to have your city name be in multiple places across your website in ways that make sense. Do not just have a page that says Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas. Google is smarter than that. Doing all of this has helped signal to Google that I am a Las Vegas-based business and helps me show up when people are searching for RV repair, specifically in Las Vegas. While I'm talking about locations on your website, let's bust a quick myth right here. There used to be this whole thing about geotagging every photo on your website. It was this whole thing about like going into the settings for every photo and adding a bit of metadata about where the photo was taken. The idea behind this strategy is that if you had a bunch of photos that all were tagged for different locations in the Las Vegas area, that would help you rank in Las Vegas. It was really time consuming. It used to be a thing and a strategy that helped you rank in Google, and it doesn't matter anymore. If you see a tip list for your website mentioning geotagging photos, just know that that list is out of date. It's not something you need to worry about anymore, and one thing that you can cross off your list. And as a busy business owner, aren't you so excited about one less thing that you have to do? Okay, this last tip is for if you want a little bit of extra credit and to get a gold star. I haven't finished doing this fully yet because it does take a little bit of time, but it can make a huge difference. You can, if you have time, create separate pages for each service that you provide. So if you work with ACs, fridges, furnaces, and water heaters, then you would create a separate page for each of those appliances. I know this sounds a little daunting at first, but hear me out. If your homepage is set up pretty optimally, you can just duplicate your homepage and just tweak the wording a little bit to be more about the specific service and less about RV repair in general. So the top of my homepage looks like this. If I wanted to create a service page specifically about air conditioners, I would just duplicate it and change the headline to be something like, "Get your RV AC cold again." Then the subheadline would change to "Mobile RV AC Repair and Service in Las Vegas, Nevada." Then I'd go through and make subtle tweaks like this until the entire page was specifically about ACs. Then back on the homepage in the services section, I would just link that new AC page I had made in my Services section. This not only helps customers know more about the specific services that you provide, maybe you only work on absorption style fridges and don't work on compressor or residential fridges, but this also gives more words for Google to comb through to learn about you. When somebody Googles RVAC repair near me, you're more likely to show up if you have a specific page on your website that is dedicated to that search term than if the only thing you have is your homepage that's dedicated to RV repair in general. You got this. But none of this is going to matter at all if you never actually start your RV repair business. So check out this video where I walk you through step by step how I launched RV Repair Woman. You got this.